What's going on, y'all? I want to make a quick video, have some unexpected time, and I want to sit down and make a quick video commemorating Tupac and a eternal legacy that he left behind for, literally millions of people. And I also want to explain why he's, if not the, but one of the greatest of all time, and why he's such a prolific character, not only in hip hop, but in the black community as a history here in America. And first and foremost, I never got a chance to talk about it. The past few months, you've had people making comments. You've had people making comments, speaking down on Tupac. You got the WAG 100s, the Tretches, and of course, everybody saw Funk Master Flex sitting up there crying, and he said it was ridiculous. And I think as we all know, they've been doing this for the past few months or so because the biopic is coming out tomorrow, as everybody knows, June 16th. All Eyes on Me, the Tupac movie, and people are just trying to capitalize off of that. They've had, Tupac has been gone for 21 years. He's been gone for 21 years, and majority of these people, and there's other people, those are just like the forerunners that I've seen, but they've had 21 years to speak their opinion, and they're just now coming out saying all these things. It's not a coincidence. They're trying to capitalize off of Tupac's, it never died, but they're trying to capitalize off of his revitalized name. It's bigger. It's bigger right now than it has been in the past few years due to the biopic coming out, and it's going to remain big as long as that movie remains a success, which it will be a success. I think it's going to be a legendary movie. I think it's going to be even better than the NWA movie, which, it was a great movie as well. It was a classic, but it definitely has some flaws, which I might talk about in another video. But, like I said, I just didn't like it. Like I said, you had Funk Master Flex sitting there crying like a bitch, and then you had Whack 100 make his comments, and then Tretch sitting up there in, out of New Jersey, and he act like him and Tupac were ride or die brothers, like they used to sit there and live together. When I'm not saying they didn't have a relationship, but god damn, that nigga was riding like he was, that was his brother that died, and then he went out to California and nothing happened. But that's a whole nother discussion. People done already broke that down and explained the L's that Tretch took with that situation. But go ahead and jump right into this video. Tupac is definitely, like I said, one of the greatest of all time in the hip hop community. And one of the main reasons why Tupac is so legendary, such a magnificent rapper, such a marvelous character in the hip hop community is because the versatility that Tupac offered. Now, if you really know the history of Tupac, he was born in New York. Then he went out to the Bay Area, specifically Oakland, but he was in San Francisco and other places, and he was in the Bay Area, and he started, dancing and singing with the Digital Underground, the Humpty Humpty Dance and things like that, and then he broke off as a solo record. He was in L.A., and then, as everybody knows, he ended up with Death Row when he died. That's who he died with, Death Row. So he's had a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? He has all different kind of flavors. He still got that raw New York lyricism that, let's just be real about it. Rap started in New York, so he has the roots of hip hop within. Well, he had the roots of hip hop within him. He had that raw lyricism to compete with New York rappers. He had the wordplay to compete with New York rappers. He had the beat selection, the flow, and the lingo of Bay Area rappers. You know what I mean? Which is, they're incomparable as far as flow and beat selection goes. Look at Mac Dre. I don't even have to go into that. But then you turn around and he goes up to, SoCal, and he's rapping alongside people like Snoop Dogg. He's got the legacy of NWA that he's riding on. He's got, incomparable producers. Dr. Dre, he's got DJ Quick. So it would be incredibly hard for Tupac to not be one of the greatest of all time when you have a background, when you have a solid foundation like he did. And, Tupac was a young man. A lot of people, try to speak down on a man. He wasn't even 30 years old when he died. And he hadn't even, in my opinion, he hadn't even reached his prime yet. Tupac was still learning. Tupac was still endeavoring to make himself better and better every single day. And he was cut short by that, by, basically some bullshit. But just going back to what I was just saying, there's really no other rappers in history. There's a handful. I can name a few, but out of the thousands of rappers, there haven't been too many that could really fuck with Tupac simply because his beat selection was impeccable. He had great beats. Even on songs where he was speaking prolifically and had profound messages within the song, he still had a beat that really made you want to kind of bop your head and dance. He's definitely not the best lyricist of all time. There's plenty of better lyricists. I don't think anybody in their right mind would say he's a better lyricist than Nas, Talib Kweli, KRS-One, people like that. But the problem is, if you don't like that raw, gritty, just that old school New York hard hitting sound, just that raw gritty shit like Nas has on his beats, then you really not gonna fuck with Nas and them over Tupac. If you're a beat guy, you know what I'm saying? Because Nas is one of the greatest of all time as well too. But even on his commercial songs, "Hate Me Now," "New York State of Mind," "Made You Look," it still got that raw New York sound, just a simple bass line and a little bit of and that's it. But Tupac, he had songs where he was really spitting some real game, some real knowledge, but it still made you want to get up and dance. Tupac had a flow like no other. Like I said, but at the same time, he had an impeccable flow, but he still had the same flow every song. Like I said, Tupac just really can't be fucked with on any level. Almost nobody can fuck with his flow. Almost nobody can fuck with his beat selection. He had the best producers, had some of the best producers ever. Let's just be real about it. He had an incredible work ethic. He was a brilliant man. He was extremely intelligent. He had a brilliant mind, and you just don't get that full package within one particular person like you do with Tupac. And like I said, there's some other people that had a lot going for them. They had a lot of versatility. Biggie, he's also one of the greatest of all time. But like I said, there's not too many that just have all those specific qualities within one specific person, and that's what made Tupac so live. That's what made him such a marvelous rapper because he had all those characteristics wrapped into one. There was really no shortcomings when it came to Tupac. He had everything, and he could appeal to all different kind of people in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? The people who like lyricism, he had plenty of songs for that. The people that just like to dance, he had plenty of songs for that. People that like that gangster shit, he had plenty of songs for that. People who called themselves Max and players and shit like that, he had songs for that. People who just love West Coast, he had songs for that. And people who were into spirituality, he has plenty of songs for that. He really just had everything to appeal to everybody. He had songs that appeased every single person, and that's why nobody can fuck with Tupac. I see people making comments like, Kendrick is the next Tupac. Listen, Kendrick is a outstanding rapper. He's a tremendous rapper, but he'll never be better than Tupac. I really don't believe so. I'm a big believer that once you reach a certain level of greatness, it can't really be surpassed. Once you reach that top pedestal in the heavens, you really can't can't get any higher than the heavens. You can get in the heavens with that pedestal, but you can't pass them. You know what I'm saying? Tupac will never be surpassed in my book. Biggie will never be surpassed in my book. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make another video about Biggie because a lot of people have been coming at him crazy too. And a lot of some we all know who I'm talking about. But certain rappers now they acting like Biggie wasn't even that nigga back in the day, or he's still that nigga. But you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make a follow-up video about that. But like I said, I just want to take some time to clear some shit up and give my thoughts on Tupac and all the bullshit that's been surrounding his name as of late the past few months. But I'm definitely very excited for that biopic coming out tomorrow. When I have an opportunity to sit my ass down and watch the movie, I'm gonna definitely take the time to review the movie. And like I said, I think it's gonna be a classic, man. The actor they chose, I don't know the brother's name, but he definitely had that Tupac look about him. It looked like he had the mannerisms down, and I really hope that they portray his story accurately and show how much of a prolific and profound person he was, that he truly was. And I think they will, man. I think they will. I think they have enough people who were sincerely in his corner and had his best interests at heart to give their input on the movie. You know what I'm saying? But you can't sit there and have motherfuckers like, like Tretch acting like y'all was his best motherfucking friend. You can't have motherfuckers like him sitting there trying to give his story, man. Because that nigga, like I said, I was disappointed in that nigga when he did what he did a couple months back with Whack 100. But that's another story. But like I said, man, I'm very excited for the movie. I appreciate y'all watching. I wanted to clear some shit up. I got some more videos coming soon. Appreciate y'all watching.